The HEROES Act, the $3 trillion economic stimulus package voted on today by the House, is insane. Let me read you something straight from the 1,815-page document. $250 billion shall be for making an additional payment to each of the 50 states in the District of Columbia. If you're fascinated with big data and large numbers, this document is for you, which I think is excellent. I hope all the states get a lot of help. But in all seriousness, this bill is all about how this affects you, and most importantly, how can we all begin to thrive during this period of uncertainty. If this bill passes, then another round of checks will be coming out to Americans. More printing money, woohoo! I'll include all relevant links down in the description below so that you can check out all the details if that's what you're interested in. As a country, we're closing in on 25 to 30% unemployment, which is unheard of in our lifetime. Whether this bill gets approved or some modifications are made and some bill gets approved down the line, it is clear that the government and the Fed are stepping up to make sure that all Americans have what they need and to make sure that the economy keeps moving forward. If we reach 30% unemployment, then that means that 70% of workers are still working. Not all of that 70% will receive government money, but some will. Today, there will essentially be two outcomes. Either A, there will be another round of stimulus checks going to those in need, or B, we'll need to sit around and wait for some modifications or wait to see what type of proposal will be made next, or the economy opening up. And if this stimulus package gets approved, then a lot of Americans in need will start to get the help that they deserve. And because of this help, in my eyes, I believe that a lot of Americans are going to be presented with an opportunity to begin building the foundation for a very bright future in the next couple of years. I'm an extreme optimist. I try to spin every event in my life into the positive. Even when I'm struggling, even when I take a lot of L's, I'm always thinking about converting that time of my life into a positive. And that's why I think now, right now, is a period of our lives that we can view as an opportunity. Just to let you know that I'm not like these celebrities in mansions saying, oh, everything's gonna be better. I'm closing a house today that's gonna lock in a $50,000 loss for my first two house flips, and I lost about 100 grand of net worth. Earlier this week, I only had 30 cents in my account with about $54,000 of debt. So trust me, I am struggling. And I'm very aware that a lot of people are struggling right now in America. A lot of people have family members that are experiencing health issues, people that are uncertain about their jobs ever returning. So this video is not meant to ignore the realities that we're facing, that a lot of people are struggling right now. But if this next proposal passes or there's some modifications and we receive another round of stimulus checks in the near future, then a lot of us are going to be presented with enough money to at least cover our bills and probably have just a little bit of money left over. Unemployment is supposed to be sticking to the $600 every week until January. If that goes through, then that means most of us are going to have at least all of our bills covered and have a little money left over. And this video is about that little bit of money left over. What are you going to do with it? And if you're able to be one of those people with just a little bit of money left over, I want you to view this time as an opportunity, as you have time and that little bit of extra money to begin investing into your brighter future. One of my favorite quotes is, you can predict someone's future by how they spend their time today. I think a good question to ask yourself is, how are you spending your time today? And most importantly, are you spending your time building up skills that will translate into a brighter future or help ready you for a transition into a better career? I may be broke and out of a job, but I still have a smile on my face because right now is the opportunity for me to start building the foundation for my success in just a couple years. Essentially, I'm building towards my future. I'm exercising, I'm eating better, and most importantly, I'm spending a lot of my time reading books. I just got this book in the mail about an hour ago, Thank You for Arguing by Jay Heinrichs, something like $11 on Amazon. And this is, with what little money I have, I'm investing in myself. People seem to like my debate review videos, and I need to improve. I feel like they aren't good. They're not up to the standard that I believe in myself, but I am setting out to improve on that skill set, and that's something I want you to think about. Because this video isn't about me, it's about you and how will you start to view your future. If this proposal passes and you start to receive more stimulus checks or maybe more unemployment, how can you invest in your future? I personally think everyone has amazing talent within them. And I think this period of time, because a lot of people have a lot of extra time on their schedule, unfortunately with a lot of us being unemployed, a lot of us now have a lot more free time. I think this is presenting an opportunity for you to find that special talent within you. And sometimes it's not that it's some special talent, it's just a matter of you finding something that you really like doing and you spending all of your free time doing it so that you can become the best at it. And if you don't believe me, you can read any of these three books: Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell, Talent is Overrated by Jeff Colvin. Couldn't recommend these first two enough. And I've actually been reading this one, The Culture Code by Clotaire Rapaille. And fascinating books. But these books are all about how talent is overrated and that all it takes is hard work. and really deliberate practice to exceed. I've been seeing some YouTube success recently, but I want everyone to understand that this began 5 years ago, back in 2015, when I was really struggling in Oakland, California. I was only making $33,600 at the time. Yes, the Bay Area, I was living for under $34,000. I was just getting by. I had to cut all spending. I didn't have much money for entertainment. I had just enough money for food. I was financially struggling, but what I did is with just the little bit of money I had, I bought a lot of books. I bought a camera that I still use today, and all I did was went to work. All of my free time was meant reading. I spent time understanding camera. I tried on YouTube, and if you go back and look at all my earlier videos, they're absolutely terrible. But the point is, I was building that skill set then, so that a few years later, now that my YouTube is kind of taking off and seeing a lot of exponential growth, understand that this was built 5 years ago. And that's the point of this video, is that right now you can begin building a skill set, or you can begin building a new career that might not take off right away, but you can begin building it such that in 3, 4, 5 years, you start to see exponential growth. And everything doesn't have to be some financial opportunity. You could view this time as a way to find your creative side, or a way to fulfill your spiritual side, or maybe you just begin reading a bunch of books. You can find a lot of options on Amazon, and hopefully libraries will open up soon so that you can get some free books. In conclusion, I think this time is a great opportunity for all of us to evaluate where we're at and where we want to be in the future. If you're ambitious like me and really see yourself being successful in the future, then understand that your future is being built today, in this moment right now. And every little bit of time you spend building yourself up and improving yourself will help pay exponentially in the future. And what's tough about success is it doesn't just arrive overnight. Sometimes it might take you years. My YouTube took me 5 years. I've been building up this moment right now. I'm about to take off with real estate and YouTube, even though it might not look like it. I know I'm not killing it right now, and I can't sit here and preach that I'm this successful guy, but my life is about to take off exponentially. We're seeing it with YouTube, and it's about to happen with real estate, and it's been building for 7 years. And that's the point I want to get across in this video, is if you're out there, you're struggling, maybe you're receiving unemployment, you lost your job, understand that you can use this time to build for a future, and it might be tough. Life can be really tough. I understand it. I'm there. Let me look. I had 30 cents in my account just earlier last week. I understand. I'm there right now, but I have a big smile on my face because we have an opportunity, and if this new bill passes today, then there's a little bit more money coming your way for relief so that you can pay your bills, make sure you have a place to sleep, lower the stress a little bit, start buying books, look into YouTube University, spend all your time learning, learn. If you've got a lot of time right now, if you're not employed, you can spend your time learning so much so that you can build such a bright future for you. It might be a few years away, but understand that you can begin building it today. Thanks so much for watching.